Hello and welcome. Let me get pre-game up. Welcome to the stream. We are back for another night of Nets basketball. We have the Denver Nuggets. We won yesterday, so we're riding a good positive wave of momentum and form into this one, which was 100% necessary. However, the odds are against us because every single team that's gone to Denver since the 2018-19 season, there's been 35 games or 35 occurrences where teams have played in Denver on the second night of a back-to-back. And it's 8 wins, 27 losses. So odds are not on our side. But that being said, we do have a very good record when playing Denver recently. There's been a number of games which we've won in Denver in the last couple of years. We usually get challenged in these sorts of fixtures, but we usually come out on top in the clutch. So, I mean, that is obviously something to take away if you look at past history, but obviously we're talking about the now. There's no point worrying about what's just happened. Amy, Daniel, Thomas, Solo Wing, welcome to the stream, lads, guys and girls. Amy, you're a criminal because you're spreading misinformation here. DFS is available. He was under an injury cloud, but he is available. So that is a huge win because last year, when we played the Nuggets, we did not have a center that could really match up. So we played a small ball 5, and we saw yesterday that worked. In terms of playing 5-out lineups, it opened up the paint for us to sort of attack, and Spencer Dinwiddie was the beneficiary on a number of occasions when we desperately needed a bucket to break that cold stretch. So please don't tell me Jamal Murray is playing. I beg, don't. Well, I'm gonna unfortunately burst your bubble and say that he is playing, because he is. Yeah. So Jamal Murray is back. You can see the starting 5 there for the Denver Nuggets is Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter, Aaron Holiday, and Jamal Murray. KCP, I believe, is out if he's not starting. Or maybe not Aaron Holiday, Justin Holiday, should I say. Aaron Holiday plays for the Hawks. Or Pacers. No, the Hawks. I don't know. Anyway, so that's them, and then this is us. We know that we've played this lineup, and JV actually had some post-game quotes yesterday about talking about running with this group and being stable with this 5-man group. Even though there have been a few struggles with certain players, there have been other players to pick up the slack. The bench was pretty good yesterday, even though the numbers would not indicate they were. Like super eye-catching, like DFS and Royce were very, very active defensively, and it was strong. It worked a lot. Having those two in on the defensive side of the ball, that was the side of the game we needed to clean up in order to win. Obviously, we were turnstiles in the previous, the game before that, the Kings game, shipping off threes for fun. In this game that we just experienced, we only conceded 9 threes to Phoenix. So going into that game, I was very scared about how many points we were going to ship off. However, we were the beneficiaries in the end. We got enough stops. We scored enough buckets down the stretch. Spencer Dinwiddie came up clutch. Cam Thomas started the last very well, ended with 10 final quarter points, which was really important. And now we go into a big game today against Denver, who are well refreshed, more refreshed than us. Nikola Jokic got ejected early in the previous game they played against Chicago. So he's going to be even more refreshed than the rest. So yeah, that is really the situation at the moment. The Nets are 13-10. They are playing some good team basketball in the last Well, if we don't include the Sixers and Boston games this season, we are fifth for net rating, fifth for offensive rating, 12th for defensive rating. So we've been a very good basketball team, all things considered, and given the personnel we've got, there's no one too eye-catching. Like, when you look at the team, there's no clear out-and-out star, but, you know, we're just finding ways. This group is very, very deep. It's a very good roster. So, when you've got a team that, you know, your 12th man, your 13th man in the rotation can get it done, that's when you know you're going to be well positioned, because there's 48 strong minutes most of the time. There's always going to be a couple of players that are playing their role, if not all. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I'm not sure if KCP is playing or he's just been demoted to the bench. Not sure. But Jokic is the biggest issue. We saw last game Nurkic had about 22 rebounds, or I think he did have 22 rebounds, and Jokic is as much of, if not more of a force. They're just going to feed him with paint touches. So it's going to be interesting to see what we throw at this team, especially in the opening sort of 5 or 10 minutes when we've got Claxton in, we've got Cam Johnson and Mikal in. Obviously, that's a much weaker front court, less physical front court than what would be if you played Dayron, DFS, Royce. You know, those guys are more defensively inclined. And then you've got our starting 5 where the front court and the center is a little bit more agile and favor shooting. You know, that's what they favor. So I'm not 100% sure if we're going to see a bit of zone being played to sort of help us out on the interior and sort of allow us to peel off the direct assignment. Why do you think they took Ben on this road trip? Do you think he's going to play? No, he's not. 100% he's not. Dennis Smith isn't even playing, and he's got a far less severe back injury. Yeah, so no Dennis, no Lonnie as usual, and no Ben are the 3 out. And that is really the gist. There is no other injuries to report. Doe was sort of up struggle street with a I think knee soreness, but he did get up to play, and I think that was a really, really important bit of news to hear, because yeah, I think we would have been a lot more screwed if we didn't have him in, because I think there is going to be a stage in this game where we call upon a DFS or a Royce O'Neal to play a lot taller than what they are, in sort of trying to defensively defensively apply ourselves. I think Doe is going to be one of those guys that really, well, he needs to play. So I'm interested to see how Cam Thomas fits in. If he doesn't score, I can see him not playing upwards of 25. And I can also see, well, potentially CJ going to the bench. Yesterday, CJ started with a 15-point first half, and he went 5 of 5 from the field. Then in the second half, doesn't score a point to his name. Hold on a second. We're just about to get things underway. I'll make sure that I'm ready to go here. Alrighty. Here we go, ladies and gents. Michael Porter always is like a flamethrower against us. We're playing in the white unis. The last time we wore the white uniforms was 2 games ago, and we know the result of that. So hopefully it's not a bad omen. But I will remember to go onto the main screen because I keep forgetting to do that. Alrighty, ladies and gents, we beat Phoenix. We probably, this is one of the toughest trips in basketball. We're playing on the second night of a back-to-back. Usually you need a little bit of time to acclimatize and get used to the altitude. It's going to see Like, it's going to be really interesting to see if we get puffed out. All right. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 24 of the regular season, and the tip is won by Jokic, and we are underway, and Aaron Gordon will start with it to Jokic, and now Murray, who obviously has returned. Jokic is probably going to back down Claxton, which he does. Kick out to Murray, who gets by Bridges, and Claxton was not able to rotate across, and the Nuggets have gotten their first points on the board through a nice little two-pointer by Murray. That's what you want to see in the early going if you're Denver, because Murray's been out for a stretch. So it's a positive to see that. Dinwiddie, Johnson, Thomas, top of the key, is going to drive on Gordon. Creates a bit of separation, but no room to shoot it. Dinwiddie puts one up, misses badly, and it is out of bounds after that Dinwiddie miss that was well short, and another possession for the Nuggets. So Nuggets are 16-9 this season, played 2 extra games than us. So obviously they're going to be looking for a 17th here. Murray is going to look for Porter on the wraparound, who's picked up by CJ. Now Jokic probably looking for a pass, and it is Porter Jr. with an easy cut down the middle. Don't know where the defense was on that sequence for the Nets. I think it was Bridges who didn't really put his body in the way to block that cutoff down the middle, and it allowed an easy, uncontested layup. Johnson over Porter. The 3 is good. And, bro, if we could see first quarter Cam Johnson every single game, we possibly would be the best team in the league. He cannot miss in first quarters and second quarters for that matter. Jokic, pump fake, gets in the paint, threw it back out to Porter in the corner, who's walking a bit of a tightrope. He's going to drive baseline, picks up his dribble, nearly shuffled his feet. Holiday for 3. That's well short. Rebound by Claxton, and he is going to push the pace as he brings it up himself. Euro, layup, missed the layup over Jokic with the left hand, and now they will push the pace the other way. Porter Jr. pulls up for 2, tried it off the window, and Jokic was about to get a shot up, but Gordon was shoved under the basket. So, in hindsight, a very smart foul to concede if you're Nic Claxton, but that's going to be an issue for us today, I do feel. Yesterday, we got spit roasted on the rebounding, probably for the first time this year. I would say that's probably our worst differential rebounding-wise. Murray on the outside. Tries to cross up Bridges. Turnaround jumper is good, bro. I mean, Bridges didn't get lost. It was just more that Murray did a bunch of skill moves and, you know, was able to score the 2. Made it look more impressive. Thomas, the kick out to Dinwiddie. Did not think about the shot for a second, top of the key. He's got Porter Jr. on him now. Turns around and then just threw it away. Right to Murray. Clearly a man in the way. Holiday for 3 in transition. It's off. So I think that's going to be our only point of, well, advantage. Cam Thomas with the acceleration. Got right by Jokic. The acceleration difference, I think, was well and truly there for everyone to see. Gordon into the paint. Extra pass. 1-2. Gordon with the make. And we nearly were able to pinch the ball there, but, you know, we didn't quite ever get enough of the ball as it was in dispute. Claxton, the kick out to Dinwiddie. Didn't shoot the 3. Drives and shoots and banked it in. And I almost thought he put too much power on that and it was just going to ricochet off the rim. Dinwiddie's hit with a foul because they're trying to feed Gordon in the post. And Dinwiddie had absolutely appalling positioning. So yet again, probably a good foul to concede, but Aaron Gordon is providing a few issues for us at the moment. We've already conceded a couple of fouls because of his presence. So Dinwiddie will head to the bench, and that means an early inclusion for Day'Ron Sharpe and Trendon Watford. Jokic, the spin is good. Off the window. So Watford in for Dinwiddie. So that facilitator sort of role, a like-for-like swap. Bridges out to Watford. Back to Bridges. Pass. Good closeout by Gordon. Didn't allow the 3. But Bridges will shoot it after he gets the pass from Dayron Sharp. Knocks it down from the perimeter. 10-10. And we're about 4.5 minutes into this first quarter. Decent start. Murray for 3. And that is too easy. Went under the screen. Way too much space. Gonna knock those down every day of the week. Thomas into the paint. Good bit of hesitation. He shoots the baseline 2 and knocks it down over the top. And it's bucket for bucket. I would say Murray is going to look to respond here. Good little cross on Bridges. Created that space again and knocks it down again. I think Mikal's going to have to probably do a little bit more work then and elevate the intensity early because Jamal Murray's getting his way. Thomas in the middle. He absolutely bricks that mid-range, and JV said a couple of games ago, don't shoot the mid-range unless it's well and truly on offer. I don't know if that one was on offer. Murray will shoot and hit back iron. Johnson will get ahead of the defense. He just lost the ball, was able to get it back. It's still in dispute. Dayron saved it. Watford into the paint, shoots the little push shot over Jokic, and he scores. So, well done by Cam Johnson, who had seemingly lost the ball, and it was, it was well headed out of bounds, but Dayron Sharp was just close enough as the extra number to be able to swoop on it, get it out to Watford, and then the space had obviously opened up with, 4 or 5 numbers committing to that ball in dispute. So, the game is, basically tied. It's 15-14 in the early going of this game. It's been a decent enough start, I would say. Let's have a look at the... hang on. Let me just suss a few things out. Okay. Alrighty. So those who have just joined us, welcome to the stream. Things are going pretty okay so far. We are down 1. We are using a new box score, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying Yahoo because it's got a couple of nice little extra features. It's got like a little score worm, which is pretty cool. And then we can look at things in isolation like this. And then we can look at things in depth a little bit more. The matchup, what I'm going to do today is, you guys will probably have to readjust to see where everything is. The spotlight does not go away though. You can see the way we've started is pretty good at the moment. We are shooting a grand total of 6 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from deep, which is a really, really good start. No turnovers as of yet. We could have easily had one. And you can see now we've got a shot chart as well, which is awesome. So we'll be able to use that for a little bit more analysis, which is grouse. And then we'll look at things from a Denver perspective as well. You can see they've already gotten 9 points from Jamal Murray to open things. They are shooting the ball equally as well as we are, 7 of 11, 1 of 3 from deep. And yeah, that is the situation thus far. So let me know if you're a fan of this. We've got a nice little set of, we've got some really cool stuff here now. And then I can go to the team comparison as well and see the way things are going so far. So that'll really help us out to sort of, to sort of have a little bit of a better, insightful analysis, I do think. Wow, so we, when allowing under 120 points, have won 12, lost 1. That's staggering stuff. All right. So the key today is don't concede under 120, or don't concede over 120. We are 1-9 when we do so. They just threw the ball away. That is an absolutely appalling situation out of the timeout. Thomas gets in the mid-range, nearly got... he should have shot that ball. Instead, he's gone looking for a pass to the corner where Royce O'Neal was standing. But the problem is, he jumped and he nearly landed without ever letting go of the ball. Bridges back in after going to the bench for about 20 seconds, and Cam Thomas will check out. So 15-14 the scoreline. And, well, good work by the Nets to full court press again, and then the pass obviously went over Jokic's head. So a turnover being created. Unfortunately, we haven't been too opportunistic, or we haven't really capitalized on those turnovers we force, but alrighty. So Bridges, that is a terrible pass. I don't know where he's looking there. Way too lofted and way too far away to get the ball there. Watford with the block on the three-point attempt by Porter. Watford's going to push the pace. He's going to drive on Jokic. Put one up. It was a wild layup attempt. Dayron followed up. Doe with the offensive board. Royce the extra feed. Dayron can't get it to go. Jokic was there and he met him at the rim. Not with the block, but with some good defensive activity. They feed Gordon. Nice little touch pass to Jokic to the corner for Porter. And now back out to Jokic, top of the key. Bounce pass to Porter under the basket. He blew the layup. O'Neal there to contest. And a couple of big stops. Bridges lost the ball again. Jokic gets it ahead. Holiday is there. And I almost thought he traveled, but it was a little hop step. So last couple of possessions cannot look after the basketball. And we said a couple of minutes ago, it was a good thing we hadn't turned the ball over yet. Well, it's fair to say that every time I do say that, it only results in bad things. We always turn the ball over for a couple possessions after I say those words. Bridges in the corner for three. Oh my goodness, he looks so confident shooting those catch and shoot threes from the corner and sort of rounding out to the wing. We've hit 3 of our first 4 from the outside. It's been the Twins who have contributed to all of those makes. Jokic looking for Gordon under the basket. Bridges pushed him a little bit further away. Gordon's gonna... Well, oh my god, that is an audacious layup attempt. And the Nets do exceptionally well to force a shot clock violation. It'll be... Well, yeah, the Gordon layup attempt was a reverse that never actually hit the rim. So, good work by Dayron on the help. Bridges did well to force Gordon a little bit further away from the restricted area where you know he's going to body Bridges. So, 17 apiece. The Nets have done really well defensively. Since that Kings game, you're seeing a little bit more, well, inspiration on the defensive side of the ball. Finney Smith to Thomas. Now Dayron Sharp. He's going to... Oh my god, he's going to handle the rock a little bit, pick up his dribble, has to send it back out to O'Neal. Skip pass to Finney Smith was way too high, and that is a good defensive play by the Nuggets. So defense is really the name of the game. And, well, we're trying to do things in different ways and keep things unpredictable, which I can sort of respect. Like Dayron trying to get by Jokic. I don't think that's a smart idea, but I like the inspiration behind that. We have a foul under the basket, and I believe it's Trendon Watford who is hit with the whistle. Christian Brown is in, and Peyton Watson is in for the Nuggets. And to the bench is Aaron... Oh, why do I keep saying Aaron Holiday? Justin Holiday is off. Reggie Jackson checks in. And same with rookie Julian Strawther, I think his name is. Strawther. Jokic is going to back down Claxton. He rolls it back out to Watson. Back to Jokic. 2 to shoot. Gets one up and he scores. Honestly, they can piss fart around with it for 20 seconds and then just give it to Jokic and he'll score over anyone. It's really that easy for him. Cam Thomas on the outside. Picked up by Jackson. Good sort of blitz by the Nuggets. Watford into the paint. How was that not a foul? And it's a rebound for Watson, who's going to push the pace. He's got Thomas, the only guy in the paint, and he throws it down. Just got rid of CT, and that is great assertiveness. You see Cam Thomas in the paint as the only bit of personnel, and, well, you might as well just pack it in. So, 4-point game as we head into a timeout that was called by JV. Let's have a look at the chat. If you are enjoying thus far, make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe as well. Yeah, pretty important stuff. Not that important, but important enough. Let me know what you thought of... Oh, wow. What you thought of this first quarter thus far. I'm not too pissed off about it, if I'm going to be completely honest. So, yeah, this is the situation at the moment. Let's have a look at the Nets first, and you will see that leading the way is Mikal with 2 threes made and 6 points, and then Cam Thomas with 4. The bench hasn't really done anything at the moment. We are shooting it incredibly well, just haven't been able to get to the free throw line. There have been a couple line ball sort of decisions which the referees have had to make, and they've done a good job of, well, remaining disciplined and not giving those calls to us. So yeah, that is the situation for us at the moment. And I don't know if it's a concern or not. We have 6 rebounds. What the hell? Bullshit. It claims we have 6. Why does it think we've... I'm so confused. We only have 1 offensive rebound, yet it says we have 6 rebounds. The Nuggets, they have only gotten 4 from Jokic, but he's done a good job of facilitating at the moment. He's got 4 dimes, he's got 2 rebounds, and then the Nuggets overall are shooting the ball pretty well. We still have kept him off the free throw line, though, which I guess is a positive. The fouls we have committed are in the open floor. So, yeah, I don't think KCP is out. I think he's just been demoted to the bench, and maybe he's out of favor. That doesn't make sense to me, to be honest. It's going to be interesting to see who the hell gets the Jokic minutes on the bench, because they've got Zeke Naji, and they've also got DeAndre Jordan, who I think has had a little bit of a reawakening almost. He's played some really good basketball. Like some really good basketball for the team recently when he's been called upon. So, yeah. Anyway, we return. Dinwiddie, Thomas, Clax, O'Neal, Finney-Smith. 5 on the floor. Claxton rolls. Oh, what a move! What a move by Clax. Got by the defender. I thought he was in a little bit of trouble. It sort of, well, planted himself in a vulnerable spot, but he did well to use that pivot foot well. Jokic is fouled on the floor. It's going to be on the side again. So the Nets, I believe, have 1 more foul to give, and then we are in the bonus. 3 minutes to play. I don't know how I'm so far ahead. Okay, let's do that. Okay. So Jokic gonna back down Clax again. O'Neal comes over to help, forces the pass to the cutter, and that is good. So I think the issue is that we do well covering Jokic, but we don't do well of anticipating where the next pass is going to go. Because those passes are up for grabs. Like, we can intercept those. Claxton, where the fuck is he throwing it? He's just passed it to O'Neal if he was a foot to the left. So, another turnover for the Nets. The Nuggets have been really good at forcing turnovers. Playing a bit of zone as Claxton rolls, and they'll blitz Cam Thomas and such. Jokic is on the bench, so I don't think we did an awful job with... I don't think we did an awful job in those Jokic minutes. I think these are the minutes now where we really need to cook. Jackson for 3 is good, and that is just poor going under the screen again. Do we have another timeout? We do. And I think that's another good timeout, because that is just not really that acceptable, to be honest. Just allowing an easy 3 like that. And in the minutes where Jokic is on the bench, the Nuggets historically suck. So we've got to really exploit that time. So yeah, that is the situation. If you are enjoying, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Let's just go back across to the box score. I'm really enjoying the new box score. It's added a little bit more spice because the ESPN box score is a little bit dead. Doing well to keep him off the line, but doing a really shit job of, well, defending. Generally, they're shooting 63% in the opening quarter, and we talk about, well, we saw last game the Nets started well and they ended well. It's fair to say that we absolutely have not started with the same sort of intensity that we did in that game. Even though Jokic is 4, he's already got 5 dimes. He's very much destined for another triple-double. Justin Holiday already, only the 2 points, but an assist and 2 steals to his name, so that's pretty good. And then, well, the Nets, 6 to Bridges, but the bench is really slacking off a little. 8 of 16 with 3 of 5 from the 3-point line. O'Neal to Johnson to the corner for Bridges. He's open again, and that was usually money. Finney Smith got the offensive board, even though he was behind the Denver Nuggets player. And Dinwiddie can't get the angle, and a good stop by the Nuggets. It's Christian Brown to Watson. Oh, they are going to feed DeAndre Jordan at every opportunity because we're playing a small ball lineup, but we got the steal. We read it well. And now it's Bridges. The screen is set by O'Neal. He's got a switch. DeAndre Jordan picks him up. Bridges was fouled on the gather, and these will be the first free throws of the entire game. So it's been a pretty free-flowing first quarter for the Brooklyn Nets. All right. So, bro, we have to try switch onto DeAndre Jordan at every opportunity. Bridges is off on the first free throw. So, second one coming up. Second is good. So, cut down to 6. And look, yeah, as I was saying, DeAndre Jordan is like 35. Got to attack him. Spencer Dinwiddie needs to find himself in a switch with DeAndre Jordan at every opportunity. Jackson is going to try cross up Finney Smith. Tough shot. Get the board. Nope. Peyton Watson gets it instead. 3 by Strawther. It's off. And a rebound by Johnson. Good boxing out on DeAndre Jordan. Johnson tries the reverse. Couldn't get the layup. And now it's Strawther in transition. Kick out to Watson. What are we doing? 3 is off. Brown had the positioning. Blew the layup after he got the offensive board. Dinwiddie will now wait. Nope, he's going to shoot a 3. And he's fouled by Jackson. It's going to be 3 shots. And that is a little bit of an undisciplined piece of work there by Reggie on that closeout. We had 17 to shoot. That's probably... Well, that's a very poor shot. I mean, selection-wise. Dinwiddie at the line. First is good. So... The first one is good. He's got 2 more remaining. Can cut the deficit a little bit here. But of course, he cannot make free throws. I swear he's one of the shittest guards at the free throw line, it seems, at times. And that's coming from a very limited perspective of how the other guards in the league play. Spencer's third free throw after he missed the second and made the first was good. So 2 for 3. What's going on? Huh? What's going on? Oh, we're idiots. Wait, I'm so confused. Apparently, we're hacking DeAndre Jordan. That may actually be a very genius play right here. Now that Denver are in the bonus, so we're challenging him to make these shots, and he airballed it. Airball! I probably destroyed your eardrums right there. Okay, second free throw coming up. Here we go. Got to really box out on this one. Let's see if he airballs it again. Nope, he was short on the second. So that is a very smart play by Brooklyn. And now Dinwiddie will go for the 2-for-1. Weaves through. He did not get the bounce. He had an uncontested look. It was a layup that looked very awkward. Jackson to the corner for Brown. Picked up by O'Neal. It's good defense. And so it has to be rolled back out to Jackson. Picked up by Finney-Smith. High screen set, and now the switch. 5 to shoot, 4 to shoot. Jackson the scoop, got the bounce. And that's something that Spencer Dinwiddie couldn't do on the previous sequence. So 7 to shoot. Dinwiddie, 1-on-1 with Jordan. Drive it. What are you doing? O'Neal, pump fake, 3. What is Spencer doing? You had Jordan on you when you've gone for a pass. Go for the drive. So, quarter time here, and it is a 6-point deficit we have to make up. Alrighty. If you are enjoying, make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe as well. We'll be back, not for the Warriors game this weekend, but we will be back next week for Nets versus Utah. Second quarter will probably commence very soon. I have to add like a little... I didn't do this pre-game, which is a bit stupid. Got to change the color. Black. And pretty good. And we'll just... I don't know if that's too small or what, but it's going to have to do. So 22. And I just paste as a duplicate. And then I'll move it down. And I can make that 28. There we go. So now, got a nice little now we've got like a quarter by quarter thing, because I think someone said yesterday that they wanted a quarter by quarter sort of like interval sort of score thing where they can see what the scores were quarter by quarter. So yeah, that's what we've added. So that's a nice little addition as well. We're going to lose. First quarter, buddy. Get the hopes up. Come on. We're not playing awfully from on the defensive side of the ball. The offensive side is the bigger issue. Turning the ball over, the Nuggets are schematically playing pretty well. A lot of zonal work is happening, and we're finding difficulty in finding our way through it. And even their bench has sort of done a good job. They have no Murray or Jokic on the floor at this point in time, and they've remained afloat. So, to be honest, I don't actually know why we didn't foul Jordan again on that final Nuggets possession. We should have used that a little bit more strategically. There's a discussion between JV, Malone, and the ref. I don't know what this is about. Okay. All right. 28-22. Murray has 9. What's going on? I have no idea. What the fuck's going on? Referees are having a chat with those at the scorers table. I'm not sure what is happening here. What's going on? Gonna have to hear some clarification on this. So, Denver just got a free throw. I have no idea what for. It was probably for that sequence where we fouled Jordan intentionally, but the ball hadn't actually been touched by any Nugget. So, I think they were supposed to get a free throw and then get more free throws. I don't know. Claxton rolls to the basket. It's good coverage by Jackson. He just got swatted, Clax. Got his own rebound, though. And Cam Thomas scores on the baseline. So, little bit fortunate there, but a good block by Jordan. I think the defensive scheme's really favoring him because he doesn't have to move too much. It's reliant on heavy rotation. And what is that for? They're loving those cuts, and Watson is probably really making a living on it, so... So, 29-24, the Nuggets will inbound from the side after there was a foul, I believe, on Dinwiddie. We're actually starting the second quarter with the 5 we started the game with. Jackson the layup, blew the layup, Jordan with the follow after Claxton was trying to commit to the Jackson layup attempt. Cam Thomas out to Dinwiddie on the outside. Cam Thomas will drive on Watson, and he was fouled. It's going to be 2 shots for CT, and the score sits at 31-24, the way of the Nuggets to start this second quarter. Really got to try target Jordan in switches, man. Really got to try target Jordan in switches. They're doing a good job of blitzing every time that switch occurs. Bro, we cannot make a free throw. Even our good free throw shooters can't make them. I think Bridges has missed one. Dinwiddie's missed one. Cam Thomas has missed one. Leaving a lot of points on the table here from the line. He's missed both. My God. Watson on the driving kick. Strawther gets by the closeout. The push shot is good. They're just keeping it simple and they're finding a way. The lead's up to 9. So their bench is nearly playing better than our starters at the moment. Bridges across to Johnson, who drives on the baseline. The shot is good with the right hand. And he had Strawther off balance. So 7-point game. Really got to get a stop here. Jackson's going to drive on Thomas. The kick out to Watson. The 3 doesn't get enough lift. How does Jordan get the board? And then he just threw it off the backboard. Dinwiddie picks up his dribble. Johnson the bounce pass to Thomas in the corner. Weaves through. Bridges in the other corner's open. Blew the shot, man. Wide open 3. You cannot ask for a better look. And you can't ask for anyone better to have the ball. Jackson doesn't get the bounce. Dinwiddie with a little bit of a push off to get the rebound there. Dinwiddie, pass to Claxton in the middle. He's got Jackson on him. Jordan comes over to help. And he threw up a wild layup because Jordan came over to help as the second man. We're not exploiting that extra number we've got to have somewhere on the floor. Straw for the scoop, missed it, wild miss, and now the Nets need to push the pace, bro. Thomas, down the middle, that's another bad shot. Round with the rebound. He drives. Over Claxton, the layup's off. Bro, what am I watching? This is some G League bullshit. Dinwiddie drives, and the layup is good. Finally! It's just really back and forth, and I almost think Mike Malone's called that timeout just to give his players a breather, because it's just been up and back, up and back, up and back. Miss after miss after miss. No stoppages. And that can be really deflating. Cam has to pick it up. He does. Bloody oath. Bloody oath, man. Let's have a look at the box score. And you can see how the Nets are shooting the ball right now. They are shooting, amazingly, only sub 50% by, well, not a great amount, but Bridges has 7. He's missed a couple of threes, which is not great. We are 3 of 7. Sorry. Yeah, we're 3 of 7 at the free throw line. I don't know why things aren't aligning here. We're 3 of 7 from the free throw line. We have got 3 offensive rebounds. They're making it really difficult to read this because everything is like sent across. It doesn't align. 15 rebounds. 3 offensive. Turnovers were at 5, which isn't great. So yeah, that is sort of the situation we're at the moment. We're not shooting it too badly. Cam Thomas actually is shooting the ball pretty well. He's been one of our more efficient performers, which I don't think we could have really expected. So yeah, he's got 6 and 2. And the Nets, yeah, 2 turnovers to Mikal. That's not great. We move back across to here, and you can see. Well, we're tied for rebounds. The assist number's very similar. Jamal Murray's got 9. He's their high man. And Reggie Jackson with 5 off the bench. Their bench is doing a pretty good job. A much better job than ours, but their bench has had a bit of a longer run. They've played the same amount of minutes, their bench, nearly as basically every starter. When the hell did Armani Brooks play minutes? Cannot recall. So, yeah, Mikal's the high man, but it doesn't really feel that way, does it? So, yeah. Nuggets fan, thanks for the commentary. When is Simmons back? I'm a Nets fan, and I don't know. I reckon the coaching staff of the Nets, they're in the inner sanctum, and I don't think they know either. I don't even think Ben himself knows. So I unfortunately cannot give you an answer on that, because it is unfortunately one of life's biggest mysteries, man. Not even science can work it out, and science is supposed to resolve a lot of things. They're still running their bench. Interesting. Jackson the layup. Sharp didn't get across in time, and an easy layup. Like, those layups, man, just... how do we let players blow by so easily? So a 7-point game. Thomas weaves through. Good work there, because Jordan was right on his hammer. Went vertical with both hands up, and Cam Thomas still good enough to get it up and in. Jackson, bounce past to Strother. Oh my god, bro, you cannot be serious. The amount of times we do this. Another defensive 3-second call. We had like 3 in the first quarter last game. And I've just noticed we have a Jalen Wilson sighting. So perhaps going a little bit deeper into the bench with all those, well, obviously, all this mileage we're racking up on this West Coast road trip. And obviously you can get a little bit more gassed in the mile high. So, interesting. But we've given away a lot of technical free throws. Like, Dorian Finney-Smith wrapping up DeAndre Jordan before Nuggets player touched the ball from the inbounds. That was another free throw conceded. Jokic is back in, so we actually got outscored with Jokic on the side. So Jalen Wilson is playing. I'm interested to see how he goes because these are real minutes. Jackson down the middle, puts one up, doesn't get the bounce. The rebound by Sharp, and Dinwiddie will get by half court. Look for Cam Thomas. Gets it to him now as he retrieves it. High screen Dayron. Pull up three Cam. Doesn't get the lift. The rebound by Peyton Watson. Jokic on the outside. Looking for the handoff. Gives it to Porter. Picks up his dribble. And now Watson in the corner will send it back to Jokic, who is just standing in the middle very passively. He shoots over Dayron now. It's just like he is so casual with it. Doesn't look like he's going to shoot it, and then all of a sudden just puts one up. It's like it's shooting practice, really. Cam Thomas rolls it back out to Wilson, and now Dinwiddie on the perimeter, picked up by Christian Brown. They've got 8 to shoot. Spencer, skip pass, is out of play. And it was deflected by Jackson, looking for Jalen Wilson on the weak side, but we never got it there. 3.9 to shoot. The Nuggets have basically brought their entire starting 5 back in. And that's some incredibly good minutes, because we were trying to play our starters to exploit their bench, and we still couldn't get it done. Bridges looking for Dayron. Got to get it in. Bridges, 1 to shoot. Gets one up on one leg, and he scores as the shot clock expires. And that's what Mikal Bridges can do. That's what he can do, ladies and gents. Just finds a way. We're actually shooting the ball better than Denver in this quarter. Doesn't feel like it. Jokic is left alone. They pass to Gordon. Murray over Watford. I think at this point, you've got to try to deny the pass to Murray. You can't allow him to get that, well, retrieve that pass and get the open look. Dayron, hand off to Mikal. Runs it under the basket and rolls it back out to the outside. And now Wilson. Thomas. 5 to shoot. Cam Thomas on one leg. Contorted his body. Could not get it to go. Good defense. Thomas knocked it away. But it was Jokic who was fouled. I don't know who it was. Dayron? Or Cam Thomas? Alright. Murray on the perimeter. We'll look for Jokic. So Sharp has a big role here. Murray over the top again. That one is short. Watford with the board. And we're about to exceed the halfway point of this first half here with the Nets down 9. Cam on the outside. Over the shoulder to Bridges. Wilson in the corner. Back to Bridges. One more for Wilson. Drives down the middle. Gets it up. It rims out. Dayron got the offensive board. Wilson back out to Thomas. He'll drive down the middle. Little bit of hesitation, and Gordon with a swat. And Cam's just got to show a little bit more quickness on that, because I think Gordon is going to, well, he's just going to feast on those every single time. Because Cam Thomas hangs in the air for so long. We've got Finney-Smith back in. Whoa, what are we doing here? What is this lineup? No Cam Thomas and no Mikal Bridges. Dayron, Watford, Finney-Smith, Johnson, and Wilson. There's not one guy that can facilitate except maybe Watford. Finney-Smith puts one up and missed it. Dayron got hands to it and another offensive board. Finney-Smith realized he had space. Shot the 3, missed it. We got another offensive board. Back out to Johnson. Now Watford. He'll slow it up a little bit. Finney-Smith on the perimeter. Dayron in the middle, fumbled it, and now another turnover. What a waste. Murray, oh my god, he blew the layup. He wasn't even facing the basket when he put that up. Good defense, Watford. He gets in the middle, weaves through, out to Wilson, back to Watford, and it's fumbled out of play. It was knocked away by Holiday. It is a frantic sequence of possessions here. Put an extra bit of English on it, and somehow it just managed to rim out that Murray layup. So Nets really struggling to score here, man. Finney Smith. Back out to Johnson. Weaves through. Bounce past to Dayron. Spin move. Oh my god, that's the third time it's rimmed out. We just cannot buy any form of luck. Jokic is way too open for the mid-range, but he's short on it, surprisingly. And Wilson, trying to stat pad a little because he's actually getting NBA minutes, gets the board. Watford, the push shot, it's off. And Watford didn't get the board. Didn't follow up his miss. Holiday for three. Got pushed under the basket was Johnson. And the Nuggets fumbled it out of play. So I actually think that our bench are stacking up better with their starters, much like Denver's bench was stacking up well with our starters. Wilson with some high energy minutes off the bench, even though we didn't actually score the basketball, I think, in the time he was on the court. So the Nets have 32 points. The defense has been good. The problem, we cannot score. Like the last 4 minutes, I don't think we've had a basket. Finney Smith gonna drive, and he was fouled by Murray. And the interesting thing is a lot of these misses, have not been, like, it's been on the back of disciplined defense. We haven't seen a lot of fouls being called today. Johnson, driving kick to Watford. Finney Smith in the middle for Sharp. Push shot. Oh my god, it's rimmed out again. Jokic the spin. Ahead to Porter. One more for Gordon. And the fancy-ass dunk contest style dunk. They have to call a timeout. We have not scored in 15 years. And I think everything the Nuggets are doing, like, it is... We cannot find a way to score the ball, man. The Nuggets, their rotations are on. Like, we are just not finding space. Every time a screen is set, like, the Nuggets are getting that extra number across, and then we're trying to find a man in the middle, like, and that's closed down, and then we pass to the corner, and that's closed down. So we're just really struggling to find any form of space. We're suffocating. Jalio, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're doing well. If you are enjoying the stream, I'm not enjoying watching this game one bit. But if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe as well. We will be back for the Nets Jazz game next week. We are not doing Nets Warriors on the weekend as much as I would love to. I'm not available. So, yeah, it's been a really dire second quarter. We've only scored 10 points. The plus is the Nuggets have only scored 15, but I mean, we need points to get back into the game, and we just have not been able to get on the scoreboard. Coach needs to be able to do something. Like, the problem is, I don't think these are what, like, these things, like, the coach obviously has to work out, but you can only control so much. The Nuggets, bro, they are setting a very high, like, standard. And it's been for every group of players that have been on the court. They've gotten stops irrespective of whatever player's on the court. There hasn't been a point of weakness on the defensive side. Offensively, they are struggling as much as us. Like, you look at the box score. What's Cam Thomas got? 8 points. Like, no one scored in double figures for the Nets. So it's a little bit of a struggle, man. It's a real struggle. Jokic only has the 6 points. So we're not doing awfully there. It's just the offensive side of the ball is really lacking at the moment. And obviously 32 points to this point in the game is not great. I would 100% take it if we could get to 40 at the half. Defense has been pretty good for the most part. We haven't turned the ball over in this second quarter, really. First quarter we did. Second quarter we haven't. We have not scored. Oh, that's a great out of the timeout play, and we've fucking blown the shot again. CJ had an easy, well, I say easy, it's not that easy. A great look, top of the key. Oh no, Jokic for three, well short, got to get the rebound. Johnson didn't box out. Murray again, and it's off. Thank fuck for that. So Dinwiddie on the outside will drive. Lob, it's a foul. And I think that was a bit of a let-off because that pass to Dinwiddie, or by Dinwiddie, wasn't exactly one that you would be too proud about. So, 2 shots coming up here for Claxton, I do think. No, it's on the pass. So, Clax looking for Cam Thomas. On the wraparound, Claxton swings it to the corner for Finney Smith. Thomas is open. Oh my god, we've missed it again. Finney Smith, the offensive board. It was knocked away. Thomas was able to recover. Johnson in the corner for three. There is literally nothing. Like, there has to be something denying us from scoring. Something. That's a wide open 2 for Murray. He had about 10 feet of space and he couldn't even hit it. So, I think it's contagious. No one can score the ball. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton under the basket. He's trapped. Tries to maneuver through, and he was able to get it up and in over Jokic. He sort of bodied him out of the way to the point where he could almost, like, use the basket as a bit of a shield. Murray, high screen. Jokic uses the body. He's fouled by Claxton. It'll be 2 shots, but this is what I hate, man, because we just scored our first points in about 4.5 minutes, and the Nuggets have been really cold as well from the field. All of a sudden, Jokic just puts the head down, gets the free throws. So frustrating. So all those, like, tough sequences, like, we've had to grind it out to even score a bucket, and they get free throws the very next possession. So they're holding us off, even despite all their misses on the offensive side. Jokic makes both. And so it's back up to a 11-point deficit for the Nets to make up. Dinwiddie the drive. Claxton under the basket. Good move. He scores again. Off balance. Scoring with the left hand, the hook shot. And it seems like we're playing a little bit through Clax, who's pretty good in the paint. Jokic, Gordon was open under the basket, and Cam Thomas, bro, what are you doing? And one opportunity here for Gordon. Don't really understand what Finney Smith is doing there. He's just completely lost Aaron Gordon there. There was no need for him to rotate. Johnson will go to the bench for Watford. Johnson will sit after he's been highly inefficient in this game. So Gordon at the free throw line to convert the and one opportunity. It is good. And it is back to a 12-point lead. I think this is the highest it's been. We haven't made a 3 in this quarter either. And there's been a lot of open 3s as well. Watford drives. Oh my god, their zone is killing us. Yet again, getting in the passing lanes. Porter in transition, does not score. Claxton with the board. Dinwiddie will bring it forward. Where has Bridges been in all this time as well? Knocked away by Holiday, who snuck up from behind and was able to deflect it out of bounds. So another look needed for the Nets. I don't know where Mikal's been. Watford, got to inbound it. We get it to Claxton. Dinwiddie. About 80 seconds to play in this first half. Dinwiddie shoots a 3. Didn't even pass it. That's just forcing it. Another miss. Porter. Jokic. Gonna drive. How was he fouled there, man? 2 shots for him. And I'll tell you what, the Nuggets have played like shit offensively. It's just their defense that has really put them in good stead, man. Really good. So, Jokic at the line for them to crack 50. First is good. So we've got a lot of ground to make up, and I would argue that defensively we've been, well, decent enough. We've forced a lot of, well, lower percentage shots. Jokic hasn't had to do, well, it's not that he's had to do not too much. It's more the fact that he's been a little bit passive like KD was in the previous game. So down 14, Dinwiddie out to Finney-Smith. Will get by Porter. The kick out again is shit, and Murray cuts it off. The layup is good. Dinwiddie didn't even bother. And we are really struggling, man. We cannot find a way through this Nuggets defense. Like, this zone is killing us. Cam with the reverse. Well done. I think we've got to, like, the thing is, like, we need a good skip pass in order to break down the Nuggets defense. The problem is that every skip pass we do, the Nuggets are right there to, you know, invade. Murray, the step back two is off. Rebound by Claxton. Come on. What the fuck is that bullshit? Jokic missed the push shot. Cam Thomas, go. Push it. Push it. Cam the layup. He's fouled. And usually he would get that layup to go, but he wasn't able to. Claxton was trying to get it past, well, out of our own paint area we're protecting, and 3 Nuggets players swarmed, and Claxton just threw it away. Very lucky that Jokic wasn't able to complete the push shot. I like that early offense by Cam Thomas, though, because as much as we could have held for one, I don't think I would have backed us in to score from one possession. So 2 free throws for Cam at the line. And I did say we needed to hit 40 points by the half. So we make this free throw and we have hit 40 points. But the fact that I'm celebrating 40 points in a half of basketball, it's like I'm watching the NBL. Okay, well, never mind. We didn't even make it. I knew I was going to do something with the commentator's curse. Cam Thomas has been crap from the line. He's like 1 of 4. So Denver will hold for 1. Murray, we switch everything, it looks like. Murray the kick out. Gordon's open for 3. Oh, shit. Wow, he missed that badly. And that is going to be the half. But my golly, that was one of the most eventful halves I've ever seen for us to only score 39 points. A little bit of everything happened in that first half. We'll look at the chat first, and then we'll suss things out. In the box score with regards to the box score. All we can do is beat bad teams. Well, I'm just going to say, I'm going to cast your mind back 24 hours ago. Don't think a team with Devin Booker and KD are bad. So I'm just going to put that out there. We're off today. I think it could have a lot to do with the altitude, playing on the second night of a back-to-back. We need a spark from somewhere. We're down 13. This is, wow. I mean, I'm actually amazed, right? We did score 17 points. Because it looked like we were gonna, well, it honestly looked like it was gonna be very, very, very bad. Like, even worse. Because it felt like for a long time there, we actually couldn't do anything. Let's do a little bit of quick maths. So 17 points for the Nets in that quarter. Second quarter. Oh. Okay. And, well, they actually scored 24 points. And I don't even feel like they scored 24. So that is what we're dealing with at the half. We only scored 17 points that quarter. We end the half down 39 to 52. And if we look at the box score, we started the game pretty well. We actually were 3 of 5 from downtown, but then as the game's worn on, both teams really in a big, big shooting slump. So you can see, if we go to Brooklyn, Mikal Bridges and Cam Thomas aren't actually shooting the ball that bad. The problem is Bridges has only taken 5 attempts. I mean, it's actually a really interesting one. I think the way Denver have thrived is, they've sort of given a number of other players shots. Like, we haven't been able to get Bridges more than 5 shots. We haven't been able to give Cam Thomas more than 10. I don't necessarily think we've played awfully. It's just there's been a lot of open looks. It's like there is, to Iron Eagle's point, a lid on it. We cannot. There's been a number of shots that have rimmed out. There's been a number of shots where we've been wide open, 5 feet of space. We've made the right passes to get that space, and it's fallen flat, which is it's a little bit of a letdown. Dorian Finney-Smith, 4 offensive rebounds. That's been key. I mean, we've had 8 offensive rebounds in this game already, if we scroll down to the stats, but there are the shooting splits, and they are not appealing. The Nuggets have defensively played so well that they have only allowed 12 threes for us in the first half. And we said a couple of games ago, or JV said a couple of games ago post-game, 29 three-pointers are not enough. And look, we're looking for an even lower mark in this game, because we're not even half of the way there. The free throws are also an issue, because we're down 13. And so Cam Thomas only making 1 of his 4 free throws. Mikal making only 1. Spencer Dinwiddie missing 1. The only players that have gotten to the free throw line today are our best free throw shooters, or so I thought, because look at that, 4 of 9 from the line. Ain't gonna cut it. The turnovers, 9 turnovers in the first half, so that once again speaks volumes about the defense Denver are playing. Because they are really getting in the way of every single sort of we're trying to pass it to the corners, fling it to the corners after we've gotten it to the man in the middle. He's covered, passes to the corners, or there'll be drive attempts where they close that out well and we try to kick it out to the corner. It's easily cut off because their zone is just working so well. And I think historically we've always struggled in that regard. We can never ever find a way through. And this is the shot chart, ladies and gents. You will see that there are, a lot of shots in, you can't see it because the dialogue boxes keep popping up, but you can see, look at the spaces we've missed shots. There's been a lot of threes that we've missed, of course, trying to take a few in the corners. But it's that middle portion here. It's not right under the basket, but it is it's on the edge of the paint almost. So we're out of the restricted area when we're missing those. The Nuggets have taken a number of corner threes. They can't hit those either. They've had a lot of mid-ranges as well, so they'll be looking to clean that up. But overall, defensively been decent. Jokic has 10, 7 boards and 6 assists. Then you've also got Jamal Murray with 14, and he is the high man of the game. Jackson had 9 off the bench, so they got some really good bench minutes in. They were able to keep afloat, but the Nuggets are not shooting the ball well either by any stretch. They've taken the same amount of free throws, they've made the same amount of threes, and that is probably the reason we're in the game. We actually are out-rebounding them somehow. But yeah, the Nuggets they've made more shots. They've had a few more shots. They've only turned the ball over twice, which is a huge issue. In the second half, if we can't force enough turnovers and get those fast break points ticking, then we're going to be screwed, because we definitely cannot break them down in the half court. So yeah, it's amazing that we haven't, even though we've gotten quite a few stops, just have not been able to get going. 2 bench points? Yeah, that's something I did not even realize. 2 bench points, and usually the bench is a very strong trait of ours. And we've gotten, well, what the hell? It claims that Royce O'Neal has played 35 minutes. I don't know what the minute distribution is here, but yeah, they've played a decent amount of minutes, and we just haven't been able to score the ball. So yeah, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support on it and subscribe if you are new. We'll be back for Nets Jazz next week. So a nice little break. I'm refreshing because it's been 3 games in 4 days. So no Warriors game on the weekend I'll be covering, but obviously it'll be a great opportunity to win because the Warriors have been a little bit disjointed. They're actually drawing upon their rookies to do the job over their veterans, Steph Curry's side. So yeah, but that is a glimpse of, well, both teams' box scores. We've only got 1 player in double figures. We have got no bench production, and the starting 5, well, they haven't actually shot the ball that badly. It's just the fact that the open looks aren't going down and they are not taking enough shots because we're turning the ball over a fuck ton. That is the issue. So we're out rebounding them. Assists are the same, but it is this steal number that really tells the story. 7 steals to 2. So yeah, that is really how it's gone. You can see the worm as well, the score worm. Like, it's like the Nuggets win percentage is just getting higher and higher. It's at 92.5% right now. It's been a very gradual increase though, and it only really increased from about the 8:30 mark of the second quarter. So yeah, pretty gradual sort of increase in scoreline, even for how badly we've been playing. And we will just go see the team comparison as well, because that's pretty important. I do like how it's structured on Yahoo Sports, so I think I'm going to use this from now on. 8 offensive rebounds to 5, that's pretty good. Free throw number, yeah, as we've said, not a high free throw shooting game as well, so both teams being disciplined defensively, but we've been god-awful from the line. It just seems like we're tied in all facets of the game. Somehow with a 25% three-point percentage, we're actually winning that battle. But yeah, it is the steals for me, and the turnovers, like 9 to 2 turnovers. And then, yeah, the steals like really tell the story. A lot of open floor turnovers for the Nets. And we just haven't been able to get back defensively. So we're not aiding. We're not really helping us out. Like, we're really doing ourselves a major disservice. I'm very interested to see here. So points per game, we're the same. Assists, they're second. Rebounds, we're number 1 in the league. Turnovers, so they average 12 and we average 12, and we're already nearly at our average. Field goal percentage, they are nearly the best. Assist turnover ratio, don't think that matters. The Nuggets have the worst free throw percentage. That's interesting. This is staggering though, bro. Steals per game. So it's not surprising that we've only got 2 steals. Or 1 steal, whatever it is. But the Nuggets aren't a very high steal team either. They've already hit their season average. That's ridiculous. The 3-point percentages are irrelevant. I mean, we're 3rd, and we're not even close to that. And neither are the Nuggets. So you'd think we're the 29th and 30th ranked teams in the league based on the shooting display in this first half. But that is the situation. I'm just going to leave those stats up there for you to look at if you'd like. And I'm just going to quickly see if there's any other stats to draw upon. I want to see fast break and second chance. So fast break points, 4 to 8. So both team, well, I'm very surprised the Nuggets only have 8 fast break points, even though they've turned or forced a ton of turnovers. And second chance points, that hasn't been a big thing. 4-2. So 9 points off turnovers though for the Nuggets, compared to our 1, and I would assume that was from a free throw attempt. So yeah, the Nuggets have gone on 2 big scoring runs in this game as well. They went on a 16-9 run from the 7:53 to 2:22 mark in the first. And then in the second quarter, this was over the span of a 7:14, probably just under, or I reckon about 6.5 minutes. They only scored 14 points in 6.5 minutes, but it still was a run because we only scored 4 points from the 7:14 mark in the second to 48 seconds left. So we just could not buy a bucket, man. Could not. So yeah, that's the box score for you if you want to take a look at it. But yeah, there's not really too much to worry about. I think we put that first half in the past and we say, well, we reset now. We have to find a way to score the ball. I don't know where it's going to come from, by the way, because we are well and truly, we are so bad from the field at the moment. They just need to see a few shots go down, and then there is a potential to sort of claw our way back into the game. But for now, it's looking like pretty dire straits. Alrighty. Second half is about to get underway. My God, that was a bad first half. That was such a bad first half. And yet we're still in the game. I've said this a lot this season. There's been some games we've been really shit. Somehow are still remaining in the game. Next week, after obviously we don't do the Warriors game, we're doing the Jazz, Knicks, Nuggets, Pistons. We will be here for all of those. So make sure to tune in. If you want to stay notified, subscribe. We are nearly at 1,900 subs, which is pretty cool. So if you want to help out and contribute to the cause, well, then you're more than welcome to. And there is a donation button if you do feel like supporting the channel. Obviously, there's a few things I need to pay for in order to do this. So that'd be cool. But second half is about to begin. I really am interested to see what's been drawn up by JV or what the talking to was at halftime. Is it as simple as saying, well, the shots will fall eventually, or what is it? I don't know. So, Claxton gonna hand it off to Thomas. Looking for a lob. Well met by Aaron Gordon, who read that pass. Good rotation across, but the Nets still have it. 9 to shoot. Dinwiddie, Claxton, it's knocked away again. Jokic in the way. Murray will wait a little bit for numbers. Jokic, easy. And that is... it's actually fucked. Every single time we try to do something, there is a Nuggets player in the way. That has to be a foul. And it's going to be Dinwiddie on the way up, who was fouled by Jamal Murray. So, the turnovers are the biggest problem, I do think. And especially if Jokic is running in transition, it's going to be a big problem. Especially if Clax is lagging behind at stages. Dinwiddie makes the first. So, free throws are one thing that we can really fix up. So, second free throw for Spencer is good. He got the lucky bounce. And it's back down to 13. But turnovers are the number one thing. Got to cut down the turnovers. It's going to be hard because Nuggets, I don't think, are going to really falter. Very disciplined team. Gordon, oh my God, that was saucy. He flung it out to Jokic, and unfortunately, he's not finding it from the outside. He missed that one. Johnson falling. Oh my God, bro. Where is he going? Lost balance, just threw it away. Gordon muscles his way to the basket and scores for 2. So We've had 3 possessions in this second half on the offensive side, already 2 turnovers. Claxton, the push shot is good. And honestly, I would be very interested to see if we can just use that Clax matchup, like flip it and sort of use it to our advantage. Because Clax has been sort of decent in the paint. On the defensive side, though, he's going to get cooked. And Jokic scores again. I don't know what we're... Like, I think we need to bring someone in who can be that extra body to help Clax. Because I do not like him isolated on Jokic. Thomas out to Dinwiddie. He's got Gordon on him. Gets by. Bridges for 3. Murray lost him. And, bro, that's the story of the game. Bridges cannot do shit. Good turnover here. Forced by the Nets. Johnson in transition. Got it. And we're finally seeing a shot go down from the outside. That's the first 3 since the first quarter. Jokic out to Murray. Gonna look for Jokic again. And, well, look, I actually think Claxton needs to play in front of Jokic and force the pass, the loopy pass over the top. I think we can get a help defender across. Oh my god, bro, that 1-2 with Gordon, his passing has been exquisite today. Those little touch passes, so good. Dinwiddie into the paint. The lob, Claxton knocks it in. And that could have ended a lot differently, but Claxton is the offense. That is it. No two ways about it. Murray on the outside. Down to Jokic. Cutter is Murray, and he throws it down. Bro, Johnson's got to go to the bench. I want Finney Smith in, man. Johnson be doing cardio. Thomas in the middle. He chucked up a bad shot. And a rebound for Jokic. We've been forcing a lot of tough shots up. That's another foul under the basket, and Gordon is just feasting in there. I think we need to get Finney Smith in as soon as possible. Even O'Neal, for that matter. Those two have not seen time on the court for ages. And I actually think we're missing a trick there. Dayron's in. Johnson remains in. So the Nuggets can get it out to 16 if they'd like. Murray. Jokic. Dead to shoot the 3. Oh my god, man. How many fouls are we going to give away? Already 3 fouls. Oh my god. So Murray, bounce pass to Gordon. The turn. Dinwiddie stays with Murray. Back to Gordon. Oh, Dayron! What a block! Where did that come from? Dinwiddie, the layup is good. Those are team-lifting plays, those. That's a superb bit of defensive recovery by Dayron. Gordon was on the doorstep of the rim. And he was able to somehow deny it. Cam Thomas in transition. Layup is off. But it's a foul, and Holiday took a shot to the face. Looks like a bit of blood, maybe. There's a possibility of a little bit of spillage. Bro, Gordon was ready for the reverse jam, and Dayron just took it out of midair. That's actually fucked. I've never seen Dayron execute such an impressive block. Dayron is like a new player this year, man. He really is. I'm interested to see if we run him down the stretch. With obviously Jokic having a fair bit of size about him. You know, those rebounds are so vital. If we can get those offensive boards, courtesy of Dayron, could be in with a shot here. Sort of would compensate for all those turnovers that we've been guilty of making. Lead is back down to 10. So 52-62. Jokic to Porter. O'Neal is back in. Oh my god, what the hell is going on here? Jokic for free throws. I don't know why I thought Dayron was off ball and O'Neal somehow was on Jokic, but 2 free throws for Nikola. If you are enjoying, make sure to show your support on this one. And we'll be back in a couple of days. Actually, probably a few more than a couple of days. I think 3 or 4 days. For Nets Jazz, there is a game in between though, so don't miss it. If you blink, you will. Okay. So Nuggets make both through Jokic, who started to get a few more free throws. O'Neal is back in. Thought about the 3, but Gordon, good closeout. Bridges had space. Got to make those. Gordon, good rebound. He just knocked... What? Wait. Is it Nets ball? The fuck? Is it our ball? I think the Nets are challenging this. I have no idea what's going on. Because Cam Johnson interfered with Gordon, who was trying to bring it up the sideline, and there was a stoppage. I don't know who's challenging it, because obviously they're trying to overrule the call because it didn't go their way. I don't know which way it went though, so we're just gonna have to wait a little bit, and you know, have a little bit of suspense. Alrighty. Okay. Have a look at the chat and see what people are saying. Ivan, welcome to the stream, buddy. Distinct Viper, welcome to the stream. Never seen an Aussie doing a play-by-play. Yeah, I don't think it's very popular, is it? It's just it's the ability to do these in the summer break, which is quality. So with nothing else on, I can sort of afford to do these. Honestly, I don't expect anything from the guys today. Back-to-back against the champs. Never say never. Never say never. That is my motto. We're down 12 and we've been playing very shit. We've really struggled on the offensive side, and I think it's more so because Denver have been switched on, bro. They have been so good on the defensive side. We've struggled, yet we only find ourselves down a dozen. So the game is well and truly not out of our reach yet. This year he's grown a lot. Great work from Vaughn and the stuff with him and Clax. Yeah, I mean, those two, it's a nice little tandem combo. But yeah, like, fair bit of development still for Dayron. If he gets in the weight room a little bit more, he'll be a force. So yeah. But let's see what this is going to be. I don't know what the decision is. I don't know who challenged it. And I don't know who won it. Let's have a look. Let's have a listen. And by let's, I mean, I'm going to have a listen. Okay, so we successfully won a challenge. Yes! Yeah, Gordon just lost it out of play. Johnson did fuck all. He didn't touch the ball. So, Nets can cut it to single digits. Amazingly, CJ3! Bro, he's throwing. He's actually throwing. Get him off. Where's Doe? He may be out of the game. I don't know. For Royce to come in this early, interesting. Oh, that's too easy. Who on earth is guarding Gordon at the dunker spot? No idea. But, bro, Cam Johnson, man. So many open threes today. Has not scored like any of them. Bridges puts the head down, the kick out to Johnson. Knocked away, and Murray with another steal. In transition, it's like a 4-on-2. Porter, 3. He waited for the defender to go by, and he missed it. O'Neal. Bridges. Drive. Baseline. Euro. Kick out. Oh my god, it's a travel. Are you fucking kidding me? Cam Johnson, I'm pretty sure he's just doing cardio today. There's a foul on Porter. A foul on Porter. It was by Dayron Sharp. So the Nuggets are in the bonus now. What is CJ doing today? He's not scoring. Defensively, he looks like he's a traffic cone. There's nothing he's done today. More often than not, he's been a negative. So, we're halfway through the third quarter. We only have 52 points. And believe it or not, this is actually the best quarter we've played offensively. The issue is, defensively, we're still... every quarter, our offense isn't doing enough. This quarter, defensively, we're lagging a little bit. Bridges, O'Neal, to the corner for Johnson. Backs down Murray, good move. And he scores for 2. He had Murray in the air. He was able to swivel at the right time. And there was no one in the way. So, I guess those are the buckets we're going to have to somehow find on the regular. Jokic to the corner for Porter. Over the top of Thomas. 3 points. Every time we score, they have a fucking response. It's ridiculous, man. They have 19 in the quarter. Really hasn't felt like they've been on a tear that much. Johnson has another open 3. What is he doing? Gordon gets ahead and fumbled it out of play. They were ready to have the look of a lifetime. Gordon was in acres of space. And the ball just bounced a little bit higher. Johnson has another 3. What is he doing? He's like Royce today. Fuck me. Here is Royce on cue, and he scores the reverse. The fuck? CJ, get him off, man. He's actually throwing. We've had so many open 3s. He cannot score the ball. Cam Thomas, I can't remember the last time he took a shot. Jokic to the corner. Holiday's open. That's off. Rebound. Oh my god. Johnson might as well get an assist for the other team out of sympathy. Fuck me. He's just swatted it right to Michael Porter Jr. And I know that's out of luck, but really? Thomas misses the layup. They get it ahead to Murray. Another open 3. That's off back iron. Get the rebound, of course. O'Neal is on Jokic in the box out. And now he's guarding Jokic. Well, it's game over here. Dayron, help out. What? O'Neal swatted it from Jokic. It's going to be 2 free throws. I cannot believe this, bro. At the next timeout, we're going to look at how many shots Cam Johnson has missed. Bro, he's actually playing like Joe Harris today. He's actually playing like Joe. It's actually ridiculous. And no, I'm not saying that would Cam Johnson have us in the lead if he could score all of his points. No, I'm not saying that as Jokic misses the first. What I'm saying is, brother, we would be in the game if he could make at least 3 3-pointers. It would be in single digits. He's having a really tough night. Like the last 5 quarters he has played, I don't reckon he's made more than 2 shots. Jokic missed both. Interesting. So down 17. This is the biggest deficit we've faced in the game. Bridges. Dinwiddie. 3 top of the key. That's off. Rebound Gordon. Are we... there's no way through. Gordon the layup. That's good. Man, I wish layups were that easy. Far out. We're 21% from 3. Bridges down the middle. He misses. Claxton, somehow that doesn't go in. Bro, they're just putting a lid on every single shot we take. And now it's out to 22. 3 by Strawther. This is tough, man. Thomas on one leg. He misses. Bro, Cam, what are you doing? Mate, we cannot score the ball for our life. Claxton's in. Jokic missed it. It's going to be more free throws for him. Oh my god. We cannot score the ball. It's just like there's absolutely no way to score. The Nuggets have not been... they have not been pushovers, man. It's actually fucked. Jokic does have a triple-double. Back-to-back in Denver, scheduled loss. Yeah, well, we said pre-game. Okay, well, I've got a question. Why has he taken 9 minutes before putting in DFS? Cam Johnson was a walking traffic cone for the best part of 8 minutes, and only now was he brought him in. Armani Brooks has checked in. They're just trying to find anything these days. Yeah, as I was saying before, pre-game, we were observing a stat where since 2018-19, that season, teams on the second night of a back-to-back have gone 8 of 27 playing Denver in Denver, which is really staggering. That was a nice little scoop by Spencer Dinwiddie, but I can tell you right now, those layups have never been that easy. Oh, you're kidding me, bro. What are these bullshit fouls, man? I would suspect they're going to bring in the bench, but... Oh my god. It's like... There's just no way. There's no way, man. It's actually a brutal part of the schedule. Honestly, I would have just brought in Harry Giles, see if he can do anything. It's really that type of game. Just completely ignore the amount of minutes that have been played from our perspective. Because I can tell you right now, Royce O'Neal has not played 35 minutes, even though that is not completely out of the question because he can't do shit. The box score is not updated. That's weird. That is just excellent news. So I can't actually do shit. Even though it's like lagging behind a bit. I don't know why it's doing that. They got interns, man. They've got interns, bro. I can't even look at the box score. That's devastating. Bro, these people... Mate, they still think it's half time. What are they doing? Come on, lads. Come on, interns. What are you doing? Well, I'm just going to have to read it to you, and you're going to have to take my word for it that I'm actually not lying. Okay. So right now, we have gotten... Well, we've actually got 4 players in double figures. The problem is, we have only got 4 bench points. We are shooting at a grand total of 37% from the field. We've only hit 4 threes in the entire game. We're shooting free throws at 61.5%. And we've had 13 turnovers already. The Nuggets... amazingly, they're actually tied in rebounds for us, or with us. They've only had 5 turnovers. They've only hit 5 threes. They've made more free throws. It's just their shooting percentage is way higher, 47% from the field. Jokic is at 20, 13, and 10. But he is a little bit of a stat patter, isn't he? I got nothing against Jokic. That was really uncalled for. Yeah. Cam Johnson amazingly has the equal third most points, and he's only shooting 4 of 10. Well, he's shooting 4 of 10. Shit. Remind me not to freaking check the NBA app, because I've just exceeded the limit of devices because I was looking on my phone. So now I can't see it on my computer. Excellent. So now everything's going to be lagging a bit. It's 82-58 because I'm assuming Jokic made 2 free throws. 2:30 to play. That pass to Giles. We got Giles minutes. Armani Brooks. Oh my God. He got an offensive board. Tried to do it all in one motion. And the ball rimmed out. So what a shame we're not playing Denver in 2 days. Because I'd rather watch us play the Warriors than play the Nuggets, bro. Strawther, top of the key for 3. That's off. Bro, they are hustling on the glass, and there is a foul in there on Peyton. On Peyton Watson. The foul was committed by one of DFS, Giles or Brooks, I do think. So 2 shots. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you wanted Giles minutes, you're getting what you wished for. You're getting what you wished for. Because now, Giles is in probably the earliest he's ever been in. The 5 on the floor at the moment is Giles, Dinwiddie, DFS, O'Neal, Armani Brooks. So both two-way players have gotten time. Man, this has been a brutal match. Why the fuck? There's a foul on I don't know who, but it was out front. They really should be better with the scheduling, man. Like, why the hell are we playing Denver as the 3rd game in 4 nights? 2nd night of a back-to-back. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. You're severely disadvantaging the team that is traveling. I don't think that's very fair, right? But sometimes life isn't fair, aren't we, right? So, Dinwiddie, high screen Giles. Giles in the middle, over the top of Jokic. And there's a foul on Jokic, and it's going to be 2 shots. So, Harry Giles at the free throw line. And we can finally crack 60 points. Start the celebrations, ladies and gents. Oh my God. If you are enjoying the stream, as much as you may not be enjoying the game, make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe as well if you're new. We'll be back for Nets Jazz next week. I remember so many times like the last win in Atlanta when he doesn't take wide open shots. That's why I feel that is soft mentally. I'm not 100% sure who you're talking about. I'm assuming you're talking about CJ, but the same could go for a number of players. We're blitzing. Okay, that's interesting. Brown, what is Armani Brooks doing guarding Jokic, man? Jackson on the outside. They're looking for Jokic. DFS gets in the way. Drive. Euro. Oh my God, he blew it. He blew the layup, but Harry Giles scored on the follow, and it's back down to 22. Jackson maneuvers into the paint, rolls it back to the outside. Now top of the key is Watson, who will drive the extra pass to Jokic, and Harry Giles is basically there, just existing, because he had absolutely no impact on that Jokic layup. Dinwiddie drives. He's going to get one up, and he's going to get 2 shots because the shot didn't fall. That's the problem with not having a center that can really space. Like Jokic can just stand in the paint and not really get punished, really at all, for playing drop coverage. Dinwiddie makes the first. So, look, I guess the only thing we can take away from this game is if we, if we actually salvage something from this. I would consider us getting back in the game as a win. We're not going to win this game, but I mean, stranger things have happened. We blitz Christian Brown. He weaves through. Jackson down the middle. Lob. Oh, God. How high did Peyton Watson get on that lob? That was a saucy dunk. No one is interfering with that. Dinwiddie for three. And he actually hit a three. Oh, my God. Am I seeing shit? Am I tripping out? Was that a three we just made? Jackson gets through, lost the ball. Jokic got it back. Harry Giles jumped, and that's another easy uncontested layup. So, it's actually pretty sad that they are still playing Jokic when we have basically two-way players on the court right now. 90-67. Clock winds down. Dinwiddie down the middle. The layup is short. The rebound by Dinwiddie. And it's a turnover. So 2 seconds to play. The Nets surely don't concede from here. Jokic sends it. Oh, no. Mate, that was a very good look, given they had to bring the ball forward about 60 feet in 2 seconds. They nearly got a nice little runner to go, but that is three-quarter time, and my goodness, we conceded 38 points in that quarter. 38. I didn't even notice that. 38 third-quarter points. And it did not even seem like it, really. Oh my God. That is hideous. So they had 52 at the half, and they've had 38 in the quarter. Oh, God. Third quarter opponents. And then third quarter Nets. Okay. At least I can now resign myself to the fact we're going to lose this game. We actually scored 28 points in the quarter. The problem is, it's the same as the Kings game. We had an opportunity to get back into the game after a really shit first half, where offense, that wasn't going. And then in the third quarter, we scored 37, so it was our best scoring quarter of the game, but we shipped off 44. It's the same here. We clear, our previous best for points in a quarter, but we shipped off so many points. Nearly another 40 points shipped off. And look, it wasn't even... I'd argue that it was actually, worse in the first half. They've only just subtly scored 90. So, yeah. It's three-quarter time. We've got a long way to go, though. If you are enjoying, make sure to drop a like and subscribe as well if you are new. We'll be back soon, in a couple of days' time, and then we'll be doing all 4 games next weekend, in the lead up to Christmas, and then it'll be, we'll nearly be in the new year, and in essence, close to halfway through the season. So, alrighty. Long way to go. I think the key is that we don't get our head out of the game, even though it couldn't be any more demoralizing being down 23 and having a full 11 more minutes to play. We've emptied the bench. We're playing Giles at the 4, and there is an offensive foul. Not really sure where the foul was, and I'm pretty sure the Nuggets players don't even know either. So 5 on the floor is Wilson, Watford, Brooks, Sharp, and Giles. We're playing Giles at the 4. So the Nuggets are playing their bench. Brooks for 3. That's off. Dayron, nearly. Unfortunately, the third try on the rebound was no good either. So Nuggets will have a look at extending this lead. Strawther back out to Watson. Christian Brown shoots over Watford, and that's good. What can you do? It's actually pissing me off. How can a basketball game piss you off? Actually staggering. Watford picks up his dribble, scores off the window for 2, and it is back down to 24. So, I mean, it's pretty hard to remain engaged and excited because what's there to be excited about when your team's down 24? But we'll try and keep the spirits up. Strawther the drive, the shot, and it's off. Dyer on the board. We're going to have to play with pace in this last quarter if we're to have any chance of anything. Watford, Dayron, going to take on Jordan, and he scores over the top. It's down to 22. Just break it down into intervals. Go on little 6-0 runs and see what you can do. Jackson, back out to Strawther. Now Christian Brown. The 3 is off. Get the board. Please work it out. Thank you. Giles snatched it away from Brooks, and now Watford. Bounce past to Dayron. He's got Brown on him. Back to Giles. Mate, Dayron, you got to shoot those, man. You had Christian Brown on you. How many times have they exploited size? That's an open 3 for Watson. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. And this is why this is like your 11th man in the rotation onwards. Dayron under the basket was wide open for a dunk. I honestly think we just have to keep feeding the big boys and just try overpower DeAndre Jordan. They're playing Peyton Watson as the 4, so surely Dayron or Harry Giles can exploit the size there. Strawther for 3. That goes down, so they're on 99. I don't even think we've played defensively that badly this game. Watford, how was he not fouled there? So the Nuggets will go the other way. Watson, layup, foul, got it. +1. And that is just, well, you can't really say much more, can you? You can't say much more. They are the best team in the league for a reason, and we are playing on the second night of a back-to-back. I'm not making excuses. I'm just laying out the facts. So, free throw for Watson to get it out to 29. It's off, and a rebound for the Nets. So, we've got 9 long minutes to play in this last quarter, man. Watford, Dayron for 3. That's off. Giles gets the long board. Wilson in the middle. The layup is good, and it is back down to 26. I don't think it's going to go under 20, but if we get it to under 15, I'm going to find that mildly impressive. Jackson. Oh, wow. Brooks in the air, but Jackson didn't shoot it, and now Christian Brown going to use the screen, and now the switch. Dayron picks him up. Watford did all right to impact the play and get the swat. Watford back out to Wilson. One more for Dayron, and now Giles is open for 3, and he misses. It's just going to be a lot of clank in this last quarter. Those saying we can play Harry Giles at the 4, Harry Giles can't play the 4. Jackson lines it up. That's off. Rebound Wilson. Just push the pace, man. Watson was... Oh, wow. Not Watson. Wilson. Watson plays for a completely different opposition. Good pushing of the pace by the Nets. It's down to 24. Giles makes, and I believe there was either a timeout or a whistle being blown for a foul. So yeah, 77-101. Let's have a look at the box score. If it is updated, it hasn't updated. Newsflash. Don't know why this shit does fucks around. Honestly. Let me see if this works. So that's better. Okay. Play-by-play. Okay, no. Whoops. Okay, things have actually updated. I just needed to refresh everything. Man, Jokic is at a big game, and I couldn't tell you, to be honest. We're actually, amazingly, for all our abysmal shooting, we are out-rebounding him. Who would have thought? Our bench points, though, have been a little bit dire. They've gotten 13 from Peyton Watson, 8 from Strother, 9 from Jackson. Murray had a great first quarter. Yeah, that's been the gist of things. Justin Holiday, bro, has had 4 steals. Murray's had 3. Every player in their starting 5 has a steal. Dinwiddie is the high man for the Nets. He's probably been our best. But yeah, like, there's not really much to cheer about in this game. Bridges has only had 9 points. Like, very tough watch. The fact that Bridges is our worst scorer. Harry Giles is 6 off the bench, and he's only played 6 minutes, so he's pretty efficient for the minutes he plays. Jalen Wilson is 2 and 4. Watford's got 4 and 4 and a couple of blocks to his name, and Dayron's got 4 dimes, which is actually the second best for any net today. But yeah, it's been pretty dire straits for this team, man. Like, we just have to look at the percentages and go no further. 38% from the field, 21% from 3, and we've had the 13 turnovers. And that was at a time of the game in which it actually mattered. So, like, the shooting splits haven't actually, they're not awful. Like, Mikal having 4 turnovers though, Spencer having 2, it's not great, and we've had a lot of open threes. Like, Bridges and Johnson, man, had a lot of open threes in that middle portion of the game, and they just have not found their footing in this one. So, we've got a free throw for Giles, and that's good. So it's back down to 23, and let's see if we can get a few stops here, which is, like, it's not as difficult to do as if we were playing the starters, of course. Let's see what we can do. Brown, pass to Jackson. Gonna do a bit of ISO ball over the top of Watford, and that's off. Dayron with the board. Those are tough shots, man. Oh my god. Bro, what the fuck is going on? Bodies are flying. Christian Brown is gonna... Oh! Ew! What a dunk by Brown. I can't even not get excited about that. That was absolutely nasty. If it was over a play that was actually good, then I could appreciate it a lot more. I mean, to be fair, Christian Brown has just dunked over someone who's like 6'3" and can't play defense, so I'm going to dampen the mood a little bit, but I still got hyped up about it, so you got to get hyped up about it, especially in a game that's lacking a little bit of theatrics and drama. So, free throw for Wilson is good. He's made both. Back down to 23. But yeah, we've still got a long way to go. 7 minutes to play. Jackson on the perimeter. To the corner for Watson. Back to Jackson. Out to Strother. Good close out. Watson is dead to shoot the 3, and that's off. Rebound, Dayron Sharp. Who's going to bring it up himself. Back to Brooks. Picks up his dribble. Watford. Dayron in the middle. Watford nearly lost it. Brooks didn't even think about it and bricked the 3 badly. Brooks ends up with an offensive rebound. Oh! One-handed, ferocious alley-oop jam. Giles is 8. So 6 minutes to play. Strother for 3. That's off. Rebound Giles. Push the pace, man. Push it. Pass to Wilson. Drives down the middle. Watford cuts, shoots and scores. And it's back under 20. So, is the game over? I think it is, but bro, they love to do this, don't they? They love to instill a little bit of false hope, right? The facts are the excuses. Yeah, that's probably valid. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support on it and subscribe as well. We'll be back soon in a few days' time, but yeah, man, this has been a really tough game. I mean, the Nuggets have sort of dried up shooting wise. If we look at the box score, I mean, Harry Giles has 9 points, which is pretty cool. They're really just letting the bench run at the moment. Yeah, so that's really the gist of things. We are shooting an abysmal 20% from 3 and didn't take enough threes, if we're going to be completely honest. Dayron has double-digit rebounds. Harry Giles, amazingly, if he scores one more bucket, he is third for scoring today. Staggering stuff, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. The Nuggets they've just been the better team, man. Look how they're shooting it. Even though they've only hit the 8 threes and taken not many, that field goal percentage is taking them over the edge, and they've had far more contribution and far more efficiency with those contributions. Jamal Murray nearly shooting 50%, Jokic well over, been to the line a lot. Porter Jr. as well. Hasn't been great, but 3 of 8 isn't awful, and Aaron Gordon is 6 of 9, and he's been a very strong defensive presence. But yeah, like, you're seeing the shot chart, like, look at all those missed threes from top of the key. Been quite a few mid-ranges that we've missed as well. Like, a lot of misses involved. So, bit of time left. 6 or so minutes. Might as well relish it whilst the game is still continuing. Because, yeah, obviously a couple of days off after this. But yeah, it's a 19-point deficit, so a fair bit of ground to make up in the final 6. Strange things have happened, but I'm well and truly saying that I think this one is done. As much as I am ever the optimist. Jackson, he's going to have to get it past half court, and he does with 1 second to spare. Jackson into the paint, knocked away. Jackson got it back. Kick out to Strother, got by. Armani, no way! I think he got that clean, but it's going to be free throws. So, are we getting a challenge? Yep, he's going to challenge it. I think that's a good challenge, honestly. What is there to lose? What's the point of saving the timeouts? Might as well try do something that can get you back in the game, I guess. We played the Nuggets on the 23rd in 4 games. What is the lesson we learnt from this loss? I don't think you can take much away from this at all. I think it was more like a defensive masterclass by Denver than anything. And like we and like yeah, like and we're cooked, man. Like we've played basketball 3 nights in 4 days. This could be overturned. I think it may be. Surely it's our ball as well. Excuse me. All right. So I don't know what's going on here. Having a look at it again. Trying to watch it again. What are they looking at? What? How do we not get the ball, man? He chucked up the shot. So no free throws, but bro, he threw up the shot and they've called it back and said, well, he was fouled at the time of the... Yeah, he was fouled. No, sorry, he still had possession when he was supposedly fouled. So they've got the ball still. That's a bit of rubbish. So Brown inbounded to Watson. Brown, 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot, layup, blew the layup, got the offensive board. Jackson for 3, it's good. That's actually killer because if you actually got the rebound and pushed the pace, maybe, just maybe. Watford, Brooks, 3 is good. It's back down to 19. So, I mean, well, the Nuggets are going to let it roll. They're going to slow things right down because what's the point of playing fast when you're up 19? Jackson looking for a cutter. Loopy pass. Brown was able to recover after it was, incredibly loopy. Jackson missed the 3. How are you letting these players get boards, man? We've got 4 players under the basket and they're missing 3s and getting long rebounds. 3rd attempt for Brown, that's off. Rebound by Sharp. Push the pace, man. Watford, Wilson, Watford, back to Wilson. The 3 is good. It's back down to 16. And another timeout. And they've got an injury. The reason we had, an open 3-point shot was because it was a 5-on-4 the entirety of that sequence. Giles was trying to box out and he's absolutely cleaned up Strother on that rebound as he tried to go up. 20% from 3 is horrible and Nets need to take care of the ball. That's the other thing, but I think a lot of it's a ripple effect because of what Denver have been doing. The 3s, we had a lot of open 3s. I think that's the fatigue setting in after playing 3 games in 4 nights and traveling nearly every one of those days. And I think that's where the difficulty surfaces. It'd be a much different situation when we play him the next time because it'll be on the first night, not the second night of a back-to-back. Okay. So, damn, this is the 24th straight game. So obviously we've played 24 games now. We've had 20 or more assists every game. And that's an equal best franchise record. Damn, we're pressing. Brown, back to Jackson. They launch it forward. How did we not get a steal there? Oh my god, mates. How have we forced like some full court pass. It was a good press, but I don't know what we're thinking there. Watford. Gonna drive on Watson. Gets by. Met at the rim. Dayer on the board. And the jam for 2. So 108-92. Final 4 minutes of the game. Jackson gets it ahead to Holiday, who's the only starter remaining on the court. Mind you, he did have a rest. Jackson. Corner 3 for Holiday. And he misses. Get the rebound. Net ball. Okay. Well, you score another bucket. My voice just cracked so badly. You score another bucket, it gets interesting, right? Go on a 9-0 run. It's down to 7. How quickly can we go on that 9-0 run is the question. Giles the spin, the push shot is off. Dayra on the board, and he gets it in. It's down to 14. What a pity we were down 26 at the start of the quarter. Jackson's blitz. Oh, no way! What a bailout. We nearly had the steal. So, it's going to be Nuggets ball on the side. We've got about 3.5 to play. Ball is inbounded to Jackson. Oh my god. What an unnecessary foul to concede. I know we're trying to get back in the game, but... Well, yeah, we had fouls to give, okay. Then that makes a little bit more sense. Alright. So, 14-point game. Jackson on the outside. Dayron comes over to blitz. Jackson weaves through the reverse. Oh my god. No box out, bro. Wilson. Gonna get it back out to Watford. They're looking for Dayron in the post. Where the hell is he throwing that? He's just passed it straight to the opposition. To the corner for Watson. Jackson. And he's just not going to do anything fancy. He's got Dayron on him. You would suspect he's probably going to put up some audacious 3-point attempt. Here we go. Nope. He's going to shoot a deep 2 instead. And brick it. Get the board. We do. Giles, push it. It's a foul. Isn't that a take foul? I think, well, yeah, it's going to be inbounded from the side, I think. So we've got 2.5 minutes to play. It's probably going to be the longest 2.5 minutes of my life, but ball is inbounded. Watford, bit of a tie-up, but he's able to get it back out to Giles, who gets the man out of the way and is able to flip it up and in. So it's down to 14, and honestly, it's been a solid 12 minutes by the bench unit. Jackson flings it forward. Brown, layup. Oh my god. I think we have to be, like, irrespective of, like, the game's done, obviously, but we have to be one of the worst teams at enforcing a full court press. Like, every time we do it, all we're doing is actually just giving them an extra man right in front of their own basket. Like, it's... We never actually do anything to invade the pass. And, like, yeah, it doesn't make sense, because we're one of the worst teams steal-wise. So, like, it's... With, like, a Dennis Smith Jr. it would sort of work, but not when you have your rubbish bench lineup in. Watford scores for 2. It's actually amazing how we're nearly at 100 points. It's been a long road to get there. Holiday. Like, see, look at this. Watson is just open for 3 again. It's like, what is the point of playing a full court press if you're just going to give him open 3s? Like, if you're not going to be effective at cutting out the pass, what's the point? Another turnover. It's a good steal by Watson. He'll probably shoot another 3. Nope. Braun waits. Had Watford in the air and he scored for 2. So it's back up to 20. And, well, I thought it was going to be a respectable total we end with, but let's see this. Armani Brooks. Layup is off. Rebound by Brown, but knocked away by Giles. And then we had a tie-up. So It's going to be a jump ball between Brown and Brooks. We are doing a post game, and it won't be a long one because I think there's all that needed to be dissected has probably already been dissected already by me in the last 8 or so minutes as the game has wound down. But yeah, like this one, I mean, I actually hope we concede 2 more points because it'll help us out with that record of what happens when we ship off 120 points or more. We're 1 and 9. We'll be 1 and 10 now. When we don't, well, there it is. We're over 120. So, yeah, our record when we hold teams under 120 is 12 and 1, I think. So, yeah. Well, obviously that record of shipping off 120 or more, it's very dire viewing. We're like 1 of 10 now with the loss today. Who is the white guy in the game for the Nuggets? And it's not Christian Brown. It looks like an NPC. It looks like one of those auto-generated players. Armani Brooks, nice wraparound, and the three-pointer is good. We're in the final minute of what has been a pretty tough night for the Nets. You can't be too mad because it's one of the toughest trips in the NBA, really. Najee, top of the key, is going to shoot, and he knocks it down, and that's when you know things are well and truly panning out for them the way they want it to. So, 124-101. I don't even think we deserve to have shipped off 124, but it's going to go down in the box score that way. Brooks didn't get the bounce. Giles got the offensive board. He blew the layup. Watford fought on the glass and got another offensive rebound that landed in the lap of Wilson. Brooks will have another 3 with the ball fake. And that doesn't go. And a rebound for the Nuggets. And that'll do it. 124-101. This game is in the books. And I will quickly just do the... Sort of duplicate some more of these so I can update the little quarter by quarter thingy. Both teams scored 34 points in the last quarter, so we actually had our best scoring quarter in the last. We scored 62 points in the second half. The problem was we were shipping off points for fun. We ended up conceding 72 points in the second half on their way to scoring 124 total. Yeah, we'll have a look at the box score and then we'll see what's going on in chat. This is the shot chart, and this sort of indicates a lot of misses, which you'd be right to think. The Nuggets weren't shooting the 3-ball well until the last, 5 or so minutes where a number of players beefed their stats up. Peyton Watson was good off the bench with 18, 7, and 5. Christian Brown with 10 and Reggie Jackson with 12 on bad efficiency, but they were far better than us. Only the 6 turnovers, only the 8 turnovers in this game. They had 14 steals. That is an absolutely astounding number. And they had 48 rebounds, 31 dimes. It was a great game for them. That is the starting 5, if it lets me show you. So they didn't have to play too many minutes tonight, so the Nuggets will be refreshed for their next one. But yeah, it was pretty smooth sailing from probably the second quarter where we just could not buy a bucket. You will see the Nets box score, no one really got going in the starting lineup. Mikal only had 8 shots, so that ends his streak of 7 straight 20-point games. Dinwiddie was okay. Cam Thomas was a huge net negative in the time he was on. He shot at 5 of 13. And there wasn't really any answers for the Nuggets today. Dayron had a good game with 8, 13, and 5. An interesting sort of stat line there. Probably one of the largest stat lines he's had in his career. Trendon Watford at 8 and 6 in those bench minutes he played late. And Harry Giles and Jalen Wilson got a pretty decent run with Armani Brooks. They all combined for 24 points, and Harry Giles wasn't too bad. He had 6 rebounds to go with his 11 points. So, yeah, but the shooting was just shit. Like 41% from the field. The free throws improved as the game wore on, but Cam Thomas was 3 of 6. And the threes, we only took 30 of those, made 8. So if you make the same amount that we made the other day, then well, perhaps this is a ball game. But unfortunately, we couldn't say that was the case. The Nuggets played incredibly good defense. Their rotations were strong. They forced us into 17 team turnovers, and they were able to break out and transition more often than not. Interestingly enough, we out-rebounded them. We had 18 offensive boards, but unfortunately, didn't really matter the amount of rebounds we got. You know, we could have had 25 to 30 offensive rebounds, and it still wouldn't have made a difference on the scoreboard because, simply put, the Nuggets were playing disciplined. They didn't really foul an incredible amount. And yeah, we had no room to move. We were suffocated every time we'd try to find the open man. They were there to cut off the passing lane. It was just, yeah, it was a really good job by the Nuggets, man. I mean, you got to give a good team credit, and I'm giving a good team credit. So that is the game in the books. When is it ever a long post game? It's not really ever a long post game, is it? Yeah. See ya, Ivan. Hope you have a good one. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Hope you enjoyed this one as much as it was a little bit of a tough one to get hyped for in the second half, unlike yesterday. But you know, these games happen. This team is sometimes not good enough. Unfortunately, we can't win them all, and we can't, you know, go toe to toe with the best. We were playing on the second night of a back-to-back. So, yeah, it was always going to be a tough one. It was always going to be a struggle. But look, it's just another one of those games. You move forward. There's 82 in the season, so you can't really afford to get too held up, pent up by all the frustration that may have arisen tonight. We do have a game against Golden State, but we won't be covering that on this channel. We will be covering the game next week against Utah in about 3 or 4 days' time. So that'll do it. I don't really take away much from this game. But yeah, I think there's a lot of lessons to be learnt. But also sometimes you've just got to acknowledge a good team and say they were classier, they were better, they have more talent on the court, and matchup-wise, we don't really match up well with them. So, yeah, we never got going tonight. 39 points in the first half did not place us in good stead. We were always chasing tail, and the Nuggets really, it looked a little bit effortless. It looked a little bit effortless, if we're going to be quite honest. But I'm not doing the Warriors game. As you can see, top right, next watch party will be at the Jazz in 3 or 4 days, whenever it is. But yeah, we will see you for that game. Enjoy the Warriors game. Hopefully it's a win. Hopefully we're riding a wave of positive momentum like we were going into tonight. For a big week of basketball next week. There'll be 4 games. We'll be here for every single one of them. So make sure to subscribe if you're not already, so you can remain tuned in and notified for when I go live. But for now, we're done. We're done. We'll see you soon. Make sure to stay safe over the next couple of days. And I will see you. I won't see you, but I'll see you when I see you. Have a good one. And bye for now.